Alright, I want to point out something here I find interesting now with this weaponization of interrogatories that Goldweems is using. So let me switch this camera here. I don't want to show their personal information too much, but I just want to give an idea of what their response looks like. Actually, let me jump over. I want to jump over to what I actually put. Okay, this is their stuff I want to jump to. But what I have done is, let's see, interrogatory for me for library. This morning I submitted interrogatories. Okay, 25 interrogatories. They're very clear. All right, you can read them here. They're very to the point. I didn't want to clutter. I didn't want to overwhelm the library with too many questions at once. But I have 25 questions, and then a little message at the bottom. And that's it. I sent that this morning to Goldweems, to the library, and they got them. And in the morning, I sent them out at like 4 a.m. and then by 5 p.m. I get a response from them. They gave me an email, and it wasn't the answers. It certainly wasn't the answers here. It was all right. And these questions are I didn't think that they would get the answers to me in less than a day. These are kind of hard questions. Let's see, let's go through them a little bit. Let's see. I hope I got enough memory on this phone. I haven't deleted much in a while. What are the written policies or guidelines governing banning individuals from accessing the library? What procedural steps are required under library policy before issuing a ban to a patron? Was any written notice provided to the plaintiff before the ban issued on April 18th, 2022? What is the appeal process for a patron who has been banned from the library? I mean, these are questions. They're not. I don't have little tiny questions in between. These are very direct. Are library patrons informed of their rights to challenge a ban? If yes, how? I mean, I think they're very relevant, personally. What library staff member or security personnel reported the plaintiff's alleged conduct to the police on January 22? Provide the names of all library staff present on July 22. Okay, I got all these questions, and then there's a little subheading: ban imposed on April 18th. Who made the decision to issue the ban on April 18th? I mean, yeah, the lawyers will have to do a little digging, all right, for my interrogatories. What evidence or documentation was used to support the decision to ban the plaintiff? I got these. Oh, and then the open meetings law. Was the ban discussed in a public meeting in compliance with Louisiana revised statute 4212, 42 through 4228? All right. If no public meeting was held, explain why the library board believe the decision complied with the Louisiana's open meetings law. These are my questions, and I want to make them easy. I want to make them, because there's like in the statutes a 2-week time period. Oops. Yes. Okay. Under Article 1457. Subparts of interrogatories are included in the total count of 35 allowable. So I chose 25. And the reason I chose 25 was because that's how Wisconsin does it. I've been learning about interrogatories through Wisconsin. There's a limit. All right, you don't want to overwhelm the other party, because Wisconsin claims that it's a civil case with me, and with the parking in the Target parking lot and getting the arrest for loitering and prowling. That was civil, so I started looking into the civil law and learning about interrogatories. So Louisiana is pretty similar. Wisconsin's 25, Louisiana is 35. And in the statutes, as we can see, all right, it shows straight from ChatGPT's mouth. Let's shrink that again. 35 under this article 1457. It is. Can I shrink? Okay, no. It's kind of fuzzy. Oh, there we go. It's 35, and it says 2 weeks in that statute. It's not saying it here, but guess what guess what Goldweems decides to do? They bomb me, and I don't want to show too much of their information, but they bomb me with 51 pages. Okay, that's on the PDF. You can see that I'm on page 2 of 51. And oh yeah, they give me instructions. That's a few pages talking about instructions about how I should answer and all of this. And this is standard for how they treat people, that they deal with. And they work for the city. They bomb the other parties with this. All right, I can't be the only one, because this looks like a standard thing. See, they put my name in there, but it's copy paste. I think this is a copy paste document. All right, but these are definitions, and I think they personally go through all of this, make sure it's all good. All right, suit number, we got petition. Yeah, some of it is personalized for this case. But look at this, interrogatories. All right, we got it's 28 questions. Okay, and that gives you the impression, oh, it's it's only going to be 28 questions, but no, they add extra questions within the questions. Okay, like they're going to fool me in thinking that adding these, please state whether such charge resulted in a prosecution or conviction. All right, if I've ever been arrested with charged with a felony or whatever. All right, so that's one question. This is 3. This is 4, 5, 6. Okay, and they just got questions within questions. All right, those are separate questions. All right, they're weaponizing this. Okay, so they've bombarded me, and I've had ChatGPT actually count these questions. Let's see what okay, I saved it actually. All right, so that was my questions, and then interrogatories for me. Okay, here's the total count. Let me round. Look at that. We got interrogatories. Yeah, they got 28 interrogatories, but in each question there's like 4 and 5 questions, and so that brings the total up to 122 questions for me. So the 35 is the limit. It gives the impression that they are well below the limits, but there are sub questions, and ChatGPT has the ability to count those and add everything up. So instead of 35, I got 122. So they've gone, and we could do math here. Let's see. See, I can't. 122 minus, I'll just say minus 35, and then put an equal sign. My eyes aren't really good. I think this is equals. Oh, hit that. And I'm just having to do simple math. equals 87. So there are, it gives a full answer here too. There are 87 questions exceeding the limit set by Louisiana Code of Civil Procedure, assuming no court approval was obtained to exceed the 35 question limit. So what do I do with this? Because they've not only added 87 extra questions to the interrogatories. They've this guy, I think it's just one guy, one lawyer, lumped even more into the questions. All right, so let me get past. Actually, let me. It's around. Let me get past the interrogatories. Okay, 9, 10 with all the little questions in there. It goes up to, we'll just stop when it gets to, okay, request, okay, 28. All right, and that one appears not to have any little questions in there. 27 doesn't either. 26 doesn't. 24 doesn't. Oh, wait. Oh, I wonder if some of these extra questions were because they're asking. I wonder if ChatGPT separated full name from present home and business. You know, I'm not too sure about that actually. Now that I'm looking back at this, it might have overcounted. Yeah, like identify all photographs, videotapes. It might have overcounted actually. All right, so I probably need to count myself. All right, we were at 28 questions, and then I'm seeing. Oh wait, what was this? Dates and locations. They're right here. 28, 29, 30, 31. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Yeah, he's gone over easily. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. With just those. And then I know they're at the top. They 46, 47, 48, 49. Okay. 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay. Maybe ChatGPT overcounted. I should have. I need to look at this a little bit better. But he's piled it on. He's piled on a lot of questions that are excessive. He's still, even though ChatGPT may have overcounted, they're still excessive. Just counting myself. Personally making the count myself. And then also we got requests for production of documents. Request for production of documents, which that's like another 2 weeks itself to answer. So you got interrogatories. He threw 3 things together. Request for production of documents. See what yeah, let me just get to it. All right, these are production of documents, produce certified copies of what? Of all ban and notices I've received from any library. Okay. Request, because they, you know, they want me to help them prove their case. Request for production. Let's see, more production stuff. Okay. It's a lot, and there's supposed to be, you know, I would just argue it's all excessive. To pile this on, these are 3 separate things: interrogatories, requests for documents, and if I ever find the bottom, it's just a ton. Requests for admissions. They're all pretty much like 2 weeks for them. They got 30 days to answer me, according to the Louisiana law. I got 2 weeks to answer them. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And then this is a request for admissions, which is like another way to ask questions. Admissions number 1. And then a lot of this is just a repeat. Every question, it's just a repeat. If denied, and it's just if denied, if denied. And I want to have ChatGPT just like, separate all that extra wording out. So there's a whole bunch, because we're only on page 20. They ask for a whole bunch of extra stuff, and I wasn't exactly going to go through this. Admission. Admit or deny that Travis has submitted that one public records request to the library. I don't know, I may have. Yeah, submitted that. Let's see, I submitted that one public. Why is he asking the same thing again? Since he's like asking the same question here twice. Request for admission number 18. Admit or deny that Travis had submitted that one public records requests to the Natchitoches library. Since admit or deny that Travis has submitted that one public record. He's using the interrogatories or request for admission and then I don't know, discovery, whatever. He's using it as a weapon, because these are the two of the same questions. 18 and 19 are the same questions. He has made and then 20. Admit or deny that Travis has made more than one public online post or video about the library. Okay. Yeah, he's and see, this is only between us, so it's getting a little crazy, because when they submitted this to me, they did not appear to CC the judge, the courts. The court is unaware. The court doesn't need to be aware. The court is kind of out of it, unless it gets crazy like this. Then I kind of have to bring the court into it, because all this stuff that they're asking is excessive. All right, let me just get over that. Certificates, yep. All right, and then they go further. And this is, I mean, I'm not the only one. They're not just picking on me. I'm sure of it. They're doing this to everybody who's defending themselves, who's trying to get some justice. And these are people representing the city. They're dirty here. HIPAA, I'm going to sign off on my HIPAA. Something that's totally irrelevant. My IRS forms. Oh, yeah, you need to know my taxes for the past 10 years. Look at this. It's like I'm applying for a job. Request for a copy of tax return. They got the forms for it. Totally irrelevant. Social Security admission. So I need to give up they think I need to give up my Social Security number. Request for Social Security earning information. He's just weaponizing the whole process. How much do I have to pay for an itemized statement of earnings? Okay. The Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals. Oh, I gotta release my health. I've never been in a Louisiana hospital. They're kind of scary. And then, yeah, I check all of this off to hand over to the lawyers who they're contractors for the city. That's it. They're not actual government employees. Authorization to release cell phone records. I'll sign off on that, huh? So there's to release. So there's some kind of a form you can sign for that if you want to mess with people. To disclose and release to the firm of Goldweems. Right. Because that's so relevant. Medicare authorization to disclose personal health information. Because that's the thing. I would like to know. I would like to know the librarian's state of health, and the cops too. I think the cops were jacked up on stimulants, maybe a little McFerrin special, and the librarians too in some ways. What was McFerrin selling to these people? So all these forms, and they just bombard me this evening with all of this that most is irrelevant to the situation. Okay, affidavit. What is this? Be it known. Notary. Oh, I got to get a notary too, apparently, to make this declaration. At the bottom, the notary, of course. Make this declaration official and have 2 witnesses, because this is kind of off the record. This request, and it's just between the lawyers, the affiants, the plaintiff and the defendants. But I think it's gone too far, and ChatGPT has already suggested a remedy for that. Let me just, to end this video, let me just find the remedy here. I got it right up here. All right, file. Okay. If the total number of interrogatories and their subparts exceed 35, the party serving them must either obtain leave of court to serve additional interrogatories, or file a motion and demonstrate good cause for exceeding the limits. So this is something that we have to discuss. This ensures the discovery requests are not overly burdensome or oppressive, which they are. In your case, the inclusion of subparts brings a total well beyond the statutory limits. You may file a motion for a protective order or object based on this rule. And since it's between us, and we haven't gotten the judge involved yet with the 35 questions allowable for interrogatories, I hope to settle the matter with them directly. I'll probably call them tomorrow and see what the library wants to do. Does the library support this bombardment of interrogatory questions the way they're doing? And it's not just interrogatory; it's just the whole thing. I mean, to expect me to answer within 2 weeks all 3 categories, and it said it somewhere about how they all are kind of separate, but this is overly burdensome, the way they've just kind of thrown it out there, and I want to see what their mind frame is with doing this, because and to see if they're willing to talk about it. If not, I mean, then I could file some motions with the courts if the issue comes up. I fall short, because I got other things to do. I mean, I can only answer so many questions before it becomes too burdensome.